You may have noticed recently that this channel hit 2 million subscribers.
Oh, there we go.
It was a moment to celebrate, get some new trinkets, and reflect on a job well done. But here's another truth. Although we have 2 million subscribers, the typical video on our channel will usually cap out at around about 50,000 views. And a lot of people beat large channels with that stick. How have you got so many subscribers when you get so little views? It is a fair question, but my simple answer to that is, we're cool with that. Look, not to drag PewDiePie into this argument, but I'm gonna anyway. His channel has 110 million subscribers, and yet his videos get 2 or 3 million views each. Where are all his subscribers gone? What's that? He was embroiled in a subscriber war with T-Series for 9 months. Well, that explains that then. There's always a little more to the story of a channel's subscriber count that most people don't typically see. So let me try and explain ours. First of all, the channel has 200 million organic views. That would be the equivalent of every single one of those 2 million subscribers watching 100 of our videos. And I'll take that as a win. Secondly, we operate in what you might call a churn-heavy niche. Hundreds of people start channels every single day and they discover us along their YouTube journey. But ultimately, not all of them make it. They give up on YouTube, stop watching us, and don't unsubscribe because there isn't any cost to it. And we've been around for a good while now. Yeah, a lot can happen in that time, including, incredibly, another 1 million people who have unsubscribed from their channel. And we've got a trinket for that as well. Weird flex, but okay. And here's something worth understanding about the YouTube algorithm. There's a reason you forget you're subscribed to so many channels, and that's because YouTube knows when to stop recommending content from a channel that you're subscribed to but not engaged with. And this is easy to prove. Go to your subscription list and scroll down it, and I guarantee within 5 seconds, you'll see a channel that you remember but haven't watched for years. Look, typically all this button does in the vast majority of cases is reflect potential. I will concede that to this day, some users will use the subscribe button religiously to create their own recommendation list because they don't trust what YouTube is recommending to them. But the vast majority of users, without even realizing it, let YouTube dictate what they watch through browse and suggested content. A subscriber potentially can only do one thing that we as creators are interested in, and that's watch one of our videos. To gift us the YouTube elixir of life, a view. But users don't need to subscribe to channels to watch their content, and most aren't. A subscriber may potentially lead to a view, but a view leads to everything. From comments to likes, click-through rate to average view duration, ad revenue to dollars earned. And remember, you can only subscribe to a channel once, but you can watch as many videos as you want from that channel. For example, I have watched hundreds of videos from this wrestling nostalgia channel, but I haven't bothered subscribing to them. And the reason for that is because I know YouTube is going to recommend their latest video to me in the home feed, regardless of whether or not I've subscribed to the channel. So why is it creators ask viewers to subscribe rather than viewing another video? It defies YouTube logic. In fact, do you want to know what the real logic is here? If you, as a viewer, show enough interest and satisfaction in a channel's content, then YouTube will subscribe to that channel on your behalf. There's no visual way this happens. It's all behind the scenes at a subconscious level. So if you were to ask me, Rob, how do I get more subscribers? My answer simply is, focus on getting more views. Now, I will agree that subscribers are important for an entirely different reason. They're baked into the fabric of the YouTube platform because they've been around from the start, and they are needed for certain requirements. But truly, honestly, after you get 1,000 of them for monetization, then really, they're only any good for one of these, or one of these, or one of these, or one of the other ones we don't have yet. In short, subscribers are nothing more than an illusion of channel size, and much more an appeal to our own vanity. And yes, I do realize the irony of everything I'm saying right now when I've basically built a shrine to them. So here's what I recommend for you going forward. Focus on the views from one video to the next. Going from averaging 100 views per video to averaging 200 views per video is far more valuable than getting 100 subscribers. Check in on the analytics that tell you how many return viewers are coming back to your channel and how many videos on average viewers watch. Pay attention to the numbers that are in a constant state of flux because they reflect your channel health today, not what it's done in the past. Let me leave you with this little story that sums up everything I've just said. I went to a YouTube event recently where someone from the discovery team at YouTube was doing a Q&A session, and somebody asked this question: what's the one thing I should do in my videos? And her response was very simple: get them to watch another video. So I don't want you to do this. Instead, I want you to watch this, because it's about another YouTube feature that may or may not be useless to creators. Video tax. Yeah, that old chestnut. It's a fascinating topic, I promise, or your money back. Just remember, watching YouTube videos is free.